Yes, welcome to the next session of rehabilitation and retrofitting of structures course. We were discussing a module number 3. So in module number 3 we were discussing the influence of or effect of the temperature, effect of the fire, and next we have been discussed the design and construction error effects on serviceability and durability of concrete. So next, in continuation with this, let us get into the new topic in the module number 3, that is corrosion. So this corrosion is very important topic one civil engineer must know. Exactly what is a meaning of a corrosion, how to control that. It is a very important concept we need to know as a civil engineer, because it involves chemistry, so those chemical or chemistry we need to know in order to understand properly or to prevent it. And also from the examination point of view, you are going to get one question from this particular concept, that is for 8 marks to 10 marks. You are going to get one question from this corrosion topic. And apart from this, a wide a research area is there in this particular topic. Nowadays we are using so many methods to prevent the corrosion. So you people can start thinking this, how to prevent this corrosion concept, how to prevent the corrosion in the reinforced concrete structural element. You can start thinking, and you can go ahead with the mini projects or the major project in your higher semesters. You can start thinking, because the research area is wide in this particular topic. You can go ahead with this research. So with this, today I am going to give you a gist of what is exactly the corrosion meaning, and the process or the mechanism involved, and how to protect this. So these 3 things I am going to discuss briefly. So what is the meaning of corrosion? Mechanism of corrosion, that means how the process of corrosion that is going to happen. And the next, at the last, we are going to observe or study the prevention of corrosion also, or protection techniques of corrosion. So with this, first let us get into the definition. First, let me define the corrosion. So I am going to define in a different ways, because we can define the corrosion in terms of chemical way, we can define in terms of civil engineering way. The various definitions are there to define the corrosion terminology. So let us get into this one by one. So the first one is, it is defined as the process of deterioration, or I can say destruction, and consequent loss of solid material, through unwanted chemicals, or by electrolytic action. So this is a very important thing we are going to know today. What is the meaning of electrolytic process, or I can say not electrolytic exactly, it is electrochemical attack. That is the better word. You can go ahead. Electrochemical attack, because the process we are going to study is the electrochemical process. So electrochemical attack, by its environment, by its environment. So this is the one way of defining the corrosion. So I will repeat, it is defined as the process of deterioration and consequent loss of solid material through unwanted chemical or by electrochemical attack by its environment. So this is the one way I can define, okay, the corrosion. Okay, and the next or one more way to define, that is chemical way or chemistry. Okay, how exactly we are going to define the corrosion. Okay, so the one more definition is, it is the conversion of, it is the conversion of iron into oxides and hydroxides, oxides and hydroxide in presence of water and oxygen. Okay, so this is the one more way of defining what is corrosion. So let us elaborate this, okay, a little bit, so that you will come to know what exactly it is. Okay, so you see, in the first definition, it is defined as the process of deterioration. Okay, that means the damage or the destruction of concrete structure that is going to happen. That is what the process. And consequent loss of solid material. That means after the damage, what exactly the damage does. So by these damages, the spalling of concrete is going to happen. That means the material will be lost. The material will be lost. The junk of a concrete is going to fall. That is one thing. And another thing is, the reinforced, the skeleton part of a concrete will be exposed to the environment, so that the diameter of a bar will also be lost. Please note this point. Whatever the diameter of a bar, okay, that you have been provided initially, okay, that has been exposed, okay, because of that exposed to the environment, okay, the diameter of the bar will also get reduced. That is what the loss of solid material, that is both the concrete loss is also going to happen and the steel loss is going to happen. Okay, steel in terms of reduction in diameter and concrete in terms of spalling. Okay, through what? Unwanted chemicals. Through unwanted chemicals. So here the unwanted chemicals, or I can say the villains, are, one is carbon dioxide and another one is chloride ions. Okay, a chloride ions is the major villain or a major thing that is going to cause a corrosion, and the next is carbon dioxide. So these two chemicals, one is gas, another one is chemical, I can say. So these two things, okay, will try to make a loss of solid material or a deterioration of solid material, okay, that can going to happen, okay, or by electrochemical attack. So that is electrochemical process. So this is what the thing you need to observe here, or I am going to explain the mechanism. I am going to explain the mechanism because corrosion is a electrochemical process. Electrochemical process. So this corrosion is a purely electrochemical process. Okay, that I am going to explain the next. Okay. So by its environment. So that's what. So from the environment, this chemical or electrochemical attack is going to, okay, ingress inside the concrete to make a deterioration or corrosion to happen. So this is what the definition says. And one more way I have been defined is, it is the conversion of iron into oxides and hydroxides. That means Iron, which is the ferrous product in the reinforced concrete element? Steel. Okay, the steel is a iron element or an iron product that will be embedded inside the concrete. So those iron product or a material will be converted into oxides and hydroxides. Iron oxides and iron hydroxides, okay, in presence of water and oxygen. So without water and oxygen, that is not going to happen. Please note this point. Very, very important point. So this corrosion, that is conversion of iron into oxides and hydroxide, is going to happen, okay, purely in the presence of water and oxygen only. Without water and oxygen, no corrosion is going to happen. So please note this point. Okay. So this is regarding the definition part. Okay. So now let us get into the further things. So next is this nature of reinforcement corrosion. The nature of reinforcement corrosion is attributed into three processes. Okay, I will repeat. The nature of corrosion process will be attributed into three processes. So those three processes are: number one, chemical process. Okay, the nature of reinforcement of corrosion is attributed into three processes. Okay, that is, first one is chemical process. Okay, and the second one is electrochemical process. Electrochemical process. And the third one is physical process. So these three processes, okay, that will be attributed to form or the nature, okay, will be forming a corrosion. Okay. So let us know what is the meaning of chemical process that has been attributed to form a corrosion. Okay, in this, okay, we know that this alkalinity, okay, the alkalinity of a concrete, okay, will be reduced. That means in the last or a previous session class in chemical attack or in acid attack, I have been clearly explained the concrete will be tend to be stable when the pH value will be equal to or greater than 12. When the pH value decreases, that means the concrete will become unstable. Okay, that's what the meaning of. That means the alkalinity, okay, that is the pH value will be between what I can say 12, 11, something like this. If this alkalinity will be get reduced, okay, to a value of a pH lesser than 10, okay, by why this pH will be reduced? By ingress of carbon dioxide. By the ingress of carbon dioxide inside the concrete member, the alkalinity or a concrete pH will be reduced lesser than 10. So this disturb or make the concrete unstable. Okay, so this is what the initiation period, I can say initiation time. Okay, next, the passivity of a steel, that is the second thing. Passivity of a steel. So this is a very important terminology we need to understand. On the reinforcement bar, a thin film, it may be in micron size, I can say. A thin film will be, okay, on the surface. So that is called passivity thin film or passive film. Okay, so those passivity will be present on the steel. So that is protecting the steel from the corrosion. If depassivation or depassivating is going to happen, that means the passivity film is going to lose, then the corrosion will be initiated and propagated. Okay, so that is what the passivity of steel. So this passivity of the steel can be destroyed. By ingress of chloride. So see here, so that's what have been highlighted. So these are the two villains, that is, one is ingress of carbon dioxide and ingress of chloride. So these two things that is going to ingress inside the concrete member, which in turn removes the passivity of steel, and the concrete alkalinity or pH value will be decreased. So this will initiate a chemical process of corrosion. Okay, so this is the first process of corrosion. Next, what is electrochemical process? So electrochemical process means here the galvanic cells gets established. Galvanic cells get established, okay, locally, by forming locally, or in general, what I can say, the cathodic and anodic sites, okay. So this resulting or it will be generally formed, okay, with a flow of current in the moist concrete, serving as electrolyte. Okay, so this cathodic and anodic side resulting in flow of current with moist concrete as electrolyte. So this I am going to explain in the mechanism. So this process, okay, that is, one positive charged particles will be there and negative charged particles will be there. So those going to develop, and that will be passed, okay, in the reinforcement bar by developing the flow of current. Okay, so that will be, okay, generated. And electrolyte, I will tell you, the electrolyte usually will be, that will be explained in the electrochemical process. So whatever the water that will be held inside the pores, of a cement paste, hardened cement paste, so those things will be act as an electrolyte. Okay, so those things will be act as an electrolyte. Okay, next, coming to the physical process. Okay, so here after first is chemical process, next electrochemical process, finally physical phenomenon. That is what the thing. The physical phenomenon is this. That is loss of solid material. That means, okay, the corrosion product. Okay, so usually a common terminology we are going to pronounce as rust. Corrosion product, the end product. After this product process, the end product we are going to obtain is rust. Okay, so this rust will be formed, whose volume will be 6 to 7 times the original material. So this is the physical changes that is going to happen by forming a rust. That means whatever the rust that is going to form or the corrosion product that is going to form, those product, okay, will be 6 to 7 times that of a original material. So this is a physical process. So these are all the things that are going to happen, okay, in the corrosion. First initial time it will be chemical process. Once it start propagating, that will be called electrochemical process, and the next will be physical, that is the end process, that is physical process, that is formation of corrosion product, or I can say rust. So these things, okay, we need to know. So anyway, I am going to explain this electrochemical process in detail. Okay, now that is what the mechanism, because as I stated, the corrosion is an electrochemical process, that is combination of electrical current, that is electrical, and chemical or chemistry. So it is what electrochemical process. Is it clear? Fine. Next, let us go into the mechanism. Mechanism. So what is a corrosion mechanism? So whatever the steel that will be embedded inside the concrete element, okay, the corrosion process, these are going to distinct in a two periods, okay, or time, namely first one is initiation period. Initiation period. Okay. Next is propagation period. So these are the two times they are going to, okay, say are two distinct periods, okay, in which the corrosion that is going to be happen. Okay. So let us know what is the meaning of initiation period. Okay. So initiation means this is the time taken to initiate the corrosion. Time taken to initiate corrosion. That means the corrosion process will be start. Time taken to initiate corrosion by the ingress of carbon dioxide and chloride ions. Okay. So that means during initial period, due to the ingress of carbon dioxide and the chloride, that means when the carbon dioxide and the chloride ions get inside the concrete, okay, then the corrosion process will start initiating, that initiation period. That means the chemical process will be start. This carbon dioxide and the chloride ions will try to reduce the pH. That means the concrete will become unstable. The pH value will be decreased. The pH value will be decreased. The passivity of a film will be slowly, okay, that is going to be destroyed. Okay. So these two things that is going to be initiated, okay, in the initiation period. Next, what is the meaning of propagation period? Okay, propagation period means whatever the passivity of a steel that has been initiated because of ingress of chloride ions, so that will be continued. That means the complete or the destroy of the deep, or I can say passivity of a steel can be destroyed, okay, or depassivating, okay, will be initiated in the propagation period. Okay, so that means the completely whatever the passivity of a steel that has been initiated in the initiation period, that will be continued. Okay, so that is called propagation period. That means it will start propagating. Okay, that's what, during which the moment the depassivation is going to happen. Okay, and significant rate which the final state will be reached. That means the end stage will be reached in the propagation period. Okay, so that means you can see, you can write down here, that is depassivating of steel. Okay, the destroy or the moment, okay, which begins the moment of depassivation of steel is going to start. So that is called as propagation period. It is called as propagation period. Okay, is it clear? Okay, fine. So now let us get into the mechanism. Okay, let us know one by one. So now, as I have explained, so this corrosion as have been stated is in a electrochemical process. As I stated, the corrosion of steel is an electrochemical process. It is a electrochemical process. That means, what I am trying to explain here is the difference in electric potential, along the reinforcement of a concrete. I will repeat, the difference in electrical potential along the reinforcement of a concrete. Okay, an electrochemical cell will be developed or will be set up. Okay, so because this electrochemical process is nothing but, okay, the difference in electric potential along the reinforcement of concrete, this difference in electropotential along the reinforcement of concrete will tend to develop electrochemical cell. Okay, so this is what the electrochemical process. So in detail if I want to explain, in the steel, okay, one part will be what I can say anode part, that is positively charged particles, and the another will be cathode, that is negatively charged particles. Okay, you can see, okay, I have been explained in the diagram also, you can see over there. Okay, so one part will be the anode and the other part will be the cathode. The anode means you know that it is a positively charged particles, and cathode you already know it is a negatively charged particles. Okay, so this will be connected. So the positive charge and a negatively charged, so these two particles will be connected by electrolyte. Where is the electrolyte? The electrolyte will be, okay, held, that is the water that will be held in the pores of a hardened cement paste. So that will be acting as an electrolyte, okay. So that water that will be held inside the pores of a hardened cement paste will be connected. Okay, that is what electrolyte. So those electrolytes, okay, will be connected to the positively charged particles and negatively charged particles. So what is going to happen after connection? So next, so this positively charged particles, that is ferrous, okay, the ferrous at the anode, that will be passed into the solution. That means in presence of moisture, okay, that will try to react, will start reacting. Okay, while the negatively charged free electron, okay, that will be passed through the steel. The negatively charged electrons will pass through the steel in the cathode. Okay, because of this, it will be absorbed by electrolytes. Which is that electrolytes? The water that will be held inside the pores. Okay, so this water which will be held inside the hardened cement paste, so those that will be absorbed. Okay, so those anodes and the cathode will be absorbed by this electrolyte. Okay, and combined with, as I stated, and these things will combine with, okay, oxygen. Okay, that is oxygen and water, because as I have stated, all these things that will be, okay, connected with oxygen water. See, till now, okay, the positively charged particles and negatively charged particles, this was electrical process, and this electrical process in combination with chemistry, that is chemical process. What is that chemistry? That chemistry is in all these things in presence of moisture, that is water and oxygen, the electrochemical process is going to build up. Okay, and this finally will form hydroxyl ions, that is OH minus. Hydroxyl ions will be formed. Okay, so I will repeat, the positively charged ferrous ions, okay, at the anode will pass into the solution, while the negatively charged free electron pass through the steel into the cathode, and this will be absorbed by the electrolyte, okay, and in presence of oxygen and water, finally hydroxyl ions will be formed. So this is what electrochemical process. That means the current will be passed, electrochemical cell will be generated, and these things will be in connection with the chemistry, that is oxygen and water. Okay, then the corrosion process will be initiated. So after Fe plus is reacting in presence of oxygen and water, will develop the hydroxyl ions. This hydroxyl ions, what it does next? So this hydroxyl ions will travel through the electrolyte. The OH minus will travel through the electrolyte. It is water held inside the ardent cement paste. Okay, and combine with ferrous ions. Okay, to form ferric hydroxide. Okay, this will form ferric hydroxide. Okay, ferric hydroxide. Okay, which is converted further to rust. So this is what a product finally that will be deposited to form as a rust. So this I am going to show you a small graph that will indicate. Okay, so this mechanism have been showcased in the diagram and also in the reaction, because it is very important. You need to write down that reaction. Okay, without the reaction there is no meaning. So whatever have been explained, those things have been represented in terms of reactions. And also one of the photo have been shown over there, that is a complete process of corrosion have been explained over there. Is it clear? So this is what electrochemical process or mechanism. Okay. Next, so this is the thing, and another important thing you want to know here is, and when this relative humidity is, I can say, more than 60% is there. If the relative humidity is more than 60%, so then automatically no water will be held inside the ardent cement paste. Okay, no water will be held inside the ardent cement paste, because this electrolyte will be connected to the anode and cathode. That means it will make a charge. So if no electrolytes or the water that will be held inside the ardent cement paste will be absent, okay, so then this automatically, okay, this process, or I can say a no corrosion that is going to be happen, because no water will be held inside the ardent cement paste. If no water will be there inside the ardent cement paste, automatically no corrosion is going to happen. That is one thing. And another way, if concrete element is completely immersed in water, if a reinforced concrete element is completely immersed in water, now we can start thinking, sir, one is if the concrete is completely dry, no corrosion. If that complete concrete is immersed in water, then is there any chance of more corrosion? No, because if concrete element is completely immersed in water, then the oxygen cannot diffuse inside. No diffuse of oxygen can happen. Okay, because as I have stated, in presence of oxygen and water, this corrosion process is going to happen. Okay, if no oxygen is diffused inside, that means no corrosion is going to happen. So these are two processes you need to understand. One is, if a concrete is completely dry inside, if it is a completely dry concrete, no water is held inside, then there is no chance of corrosion. Another thing, if this corrosion is if this concrete element is completely immersed in water, then also there is no corrosion is going to, because the oxygen cannot diffuse inside. If there is no oxygen inside the concrete, means no corrosion that is going to happen. Okay. So next, as I have explained, that means the ferrous or whatever the ferric oxide or hydroxide that is going to be formed. Okay. So that product of corrosion product, okay, that occupies 6 to 7 times than the original volume. You can see from the diagram, I have been represented in the diagram how the hydroxyl ions, ferrous hydroxide, okay, step by step that is going to happen. That is called, okay, what I can say, the initiation of a product or growth of a corrosion product. So in the common terminology, we used to call it as a rust. Okay, but this a process that is going to happen step by step, that is ferrous, then hydroxyl ions. So these ferrous and hydroxyl ions will be converted to ferric hydroxides. Okay, so this process that is going to happen physically, that will develop the rust formation. Okay, so those have been explained in the diagram. You can see over there. Okay, so this is regarding the mechanism of corrosion that is going to happen in the concrete element. Hope you have understood clearly how the corrosion mechanism that is going to happen. Okay. So next is corrosion protection techniques we are going to discuss. Okay.